What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today we're going to revisit a revisit of a pen. We're going to take a look at a teeny tiny Kaweco Sport fountain pen. My camera just changed positions on its own. Okay, let's put that back, shall we? All right, much better. Okay. So, this little guy here, I have done, I think, 2 reviews of. The very first one was the all black plastic with the gold trim, where I had the additional clip for the pen. The other one I did was one of the Stonewash pens that was sent to me from a company, I think like what was then called Mass Drop. It was the only collab I ever did with those guys. Won't get into that. But yeah, so this is now the 3rd Kaweco Sport that I've had. Now, I sold off both of my previous Kaweco Sports, excuse me, and multiple different nib sizes I sold, all that kind of stuff. Mostly because I outgrew it. So when I had the black one, I remember liking it when I first got it. And then as my taste sort of evolved in the fountain pen hobby, it didn't suit my needs anymore. So, you know, it is a little bit on the drier side compared to most writers. So I didn't really like it as much. The nib, while it was smooth, wasn't like, you know, what I'd become accustomed to, like the buttery smooth, the super wet pens. A lot of the bigger nibs, so like the double broads, things like that, all suffered from baby's bottom and never wrote very well. And I didn't know how to fix it at the time. So I sold that off. Same with the aluminum version of the pen, because essentially it wrote the exact same. It used the same nib, same feed, same everything. It was just like the body of the pen. Now, all of that was several years ago. And recently, having pared my collection down quite significantly, you can see my whole collection in my 2019 year-end fountain pen collection. I don't quite remember what I named the video. Yeah, I sold it off. I got rid of pretty much all of my pens that weren't what I considered like, you know, my main go-tos. And I kind of missed having a couple pens that I could toss around and not really care about in a good way. Like, I care about it. I'm not going to intentionally destroy it. I'm not going to intentionally lose it. I'm not going to intentionally, you know, like drop it, not, you know, just do whatever. But, you know, if I want to toss it in a pocket, in a bag or whatever, and not really have to worry about it, I kind of missed having a pen like that. So I picked up 2. This one is obviously the Kaweco, and I picked up another Lamy Safari, and I will do essentially kind of like this video, but with this pen again. I have 2 kind of different thoughts about that. So the basics of the pen, very small. It is a pocket pen. You just unscrew it. If you use it unposted, it's pretty darn tiny. It's meant to be posted, and you hear a satisfying click. Ready? And then when you use it posted, it becomes a pretty good length. It is all plastic, so it is exceptionally light. The nib is pretty tiny. I got a medium nib here. This is the gray, like, skyline version, which essentially just means that it has silver trim instead of the traditional gold. The pen can be eyedropper converted. You can get a Kaweco converter, but I did not. What I did was I took the included cartridge. I used an ink syringe to pierce the cartridge, like where it normally would, to go into the feed, sucked out all the ink and put that down the drain. I don't like the Kaweco like ink that came with it, but I wanted to use my own. And I have Sailor Manyo Kikyu, I think I'm pronouncing that correct, in here. So basically, using an ink syringe, I sucked up a little bit of ink into the syringe, put the needle into the cartridge and filled it up. And then I put the, you know, cartridge in like you would normally. So that's how I kind of got around having to do that. I did not purchase a clip this time around because I don't really use clips, and this doesn't really roll away anyways because of the ridges along the cap line. Somehow I got ink on my finger and I don't know how that happened. So I didn't bother doing that. What I like about this pen is the fact that it is so small. You can just kind of like hang on to it. You can put it in a pocket. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. I really like the satisfying click that you get when you post it. That's good every time. This one, as you'll see, ooh, I have a hair on my nib. This one, as you'll see in a moment, writes pretty darn well. I like the fact that it has the Skyline version, so it is a silver trim. I'm not a huge fan of the gold trim. I like the fact that it's small. I like the fact that it's light. I like the fact that it's relatively cheap, which is a plus because, like I said, I wanted a pen that I can just kind of do whatever I wanted with. So there's a lot that I like about it. What I don't like about it is that the other materials of the Kaweco Sport, I think it's the price difference is too high. Sorry, I got weird neighbors. The price difference is too high. So to get like the stonewash, you're over double the price of the plastic pen, which I get it, the material is more expensive, but you get the exact same feed, exact same nib, exact same writing experience for virtually no difference at all. So that's really it. I do wish it was a little bit more wet, but I can always work with that and try that out as well. So let's flip the camera around and get to the writing sample. Okay, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Very lovely. So once again, this is the Kaweco Sport with the medium steel nib. The ink for today is Sailor Manu. Yeah, I think that's Manu ink. Kiku. Sure. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but the ink is a very lovely color. I just knocked over some stuff. It's sort of like a medium dark blue, but a soft blue. It's very nice. I like it a lot, and it has red sheen to it if you get it on really good tomoe paper, which, oh man, I'm really impressed by this ink. It's not a super wet ink. This also isn't a super duper wet writer, but it certainly keeps up. And this nib is tuned really, really well. This is probably the best tuned Kaweco nib I've ever used. I have had issues with Kaweco in the past, being very dry. A lot of the broads, double broads, things like that have had some baby's bottom issues, but this one is tuned very nicely and I like it a lot. You're not really going to get any flex whatsoever. Reverse. Yeah, you could do it. It's actually not even all that unpleasant. So I'm really, really pleased with this nib. I've had really good luck with it. I've written a lot with this pen so far, and I really like it. And I would definitely recommend it. Just know that if you were to get this pen or any Kaweco like it, just know that there is a possibility you could have a nib that you may have to smooth out a little bit, or if it is a broad, double broad, anything like that, you might have to correct that baby's bottom. But that's about it for me today, guys. I hope you liked the video. Hit that like button if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button if you really liked it and haven't yet done so already. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know your experience with Kaweco if you've had any. And guys, as always, I'll see you next time. Bye.